Welcome to a spine-chilling journey into the realm of horror cinema. In this list, we'll explore the top 10 horror movies that have been sending shivers down audiences' spines in 2023.
It's okay. I'm free now. Yeah.
From psychological thrillers to supernatural terrors, these films promise to keep you at the edge of your seat with their unsettling stories and terrifying visuals.
You don't look so good, Mom.
Nothing a big old kiss from you won't fix.
Get ready to delve into the darkness and discover the latest nightmares that have captured the imagination of horror enthusiasts this year. And Knock at the Cabin. Knock at the Cabin is a 2023 American apocalyptic psychological horror film written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan, who wrote the screenplay from an initial draft by Steve Desmond and Michael Sherman.
There was something in the light, and I feel it now.
It is based on the 2018 novel The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul G. Tremblay, the first adaptation of one of his works. The film stars Dave Bautista, Jonathan Groff, Ben Aldridge, Nikki Amuka Bird, Kristen Cooey, Abby Quinn, and Rupert Grint. In the film, a family vacationing at a remote cabin is suddenly held hostage by 4 strangers who ask something unimaginable.
Make a choice.
Always together.
Skinamarink is a 2022 Canadian experimental supernatural horror film written and directed by Kyle Edward Ball in his feature directorial debut. 4. The film follows 2 children who wake up during the night to discover that they cannot find their father and that the windows, doors, and other objects in their house are disappearing. Scream.
You got a problem here, guy?
Scream 6 is a 2023 American slasher film directed by Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillette and written by James Vanderbilt and Guy Busick. It is the sequel to Scream, 2022, and the 6th installment in the Scream film series. The film stars Melissa Barrera, Jenna Ortega, Jasmine Savoy Brown, Mason Gooding, Hayden Panettiere, and Courtney Cox, all reprising their roles from previous installments, with Josh Segarra, Jack Champion, Devin Nakota, Liana Liberato, Tony Revolori, Samara Weaving, Henry Czerny, and Dermot Mulroney joining the ensemble cast. The plot follows a new Ghostface killer who begins targeting the survivors of the Woodsboro legacy murders in New York City. The Angry Black Girl and Her Monster. The Angry Black Girl and Her Monster is a 2023 American science fiction horror film written and directed by Bomani J. Story in his directorial debut. It stars Laya DeLeon Hayes, Denzel Whitaker, Chad Coleman, Riley Brooks Stith, Keith Sean Holliday, Amani Summer, and Edom Atsu Swansea. Adapted from Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, the film follows a brilliant teenage girl named Vicara Hayes, who resurrects her brother from the dead, only for him to come back a vengeful monster. Sick is a 2022 American slasher film directed by John Hyams and written by Kevin Williamson and Caitlin Crabb. The film stars Gideon Adlon, Beth Million, and Dylan Sprayberry.
Quarantine alone.
What are you doing here?
I wanted to see you, and quarantine can be fun.
In May 2021, it was announced that Miramax greenlit the film with Kevin Williamson and Caitlin Crabb attached to write, along with John Hyams to direct and Gideon Adlon to star.
Oh my God! Just one moment. I'm a mess, don't you? You're mad. What? I can't let you in. It's not safe. Are you kidding me, lady?
Principal photography was completed in mid-2021 in and around Weber County, Utah. The Blackening, built on the 2018 Comedy Central short film by comedy trio 3 Pete, of which co-writer Dwayne Perkins is a member. The Blackening follows a group of old college friends reuniting for a Juneteenth celebration at a cabin in the woods. After catching up and a few games of spades, they find themselves in the clutches of a killer. With only their street smarts and knowledge of black culture to get them through, what ensues is a riotous culture cry of a film. The cast has incredible chemistry that motivates not only the movie's fear, but its comedy as well.
Refuse to play, and she dies.
I think we have to play the game.
There's not a weak link to be found, but Dwayne Perkins, the gay best friend of the film's most central character, Lisa, Antoinette Robertson, is consistently its humor and heart. Infinity Pool. The film takes place in the fictional country of Litolka, where James, Alexander Skarsgård, and his wife M, Cleopatra Coleman, are taking an all-inclusive vacation at a peaceful resort.
It looks just like her.
James is in search of inspiration. His debut book came out 6 years ago, promptly flopped, and he's struggling with the follow-up, only able to survive because M's family owns a sprawling publishing empire. Eventually, the couple meets Gabby, Mia Goth, one of the book's rare and elusive fans, and her partner Alben, Jalil Lespert, and start hanging out. Gan is a marvel of artificial intelligence, a lifelike doll that's programmed to be a child's greatest companion and a parent's greatest ally. Designed by Gemma, a brilliant roboticist M3, Gan can listen, watch, and learn as it plays the role of friend and teacher, playmate, and protector. When Gemma becomes the unexpected caretaker of her 8-year-old niece, she decides to give the girl an M3 Gan prototype.
Oh, really?
A decision that leads to unimaginable consequences. Hussera, the Bone Woman. The transition primes us for the dark and twisting turns Hussera will take and anchors us in the atmosphere of Mexico City. But it doesn't prepare us for the film's genuinely terrifying moments, the ones that recast familiar events as malevolent occurrences. Valeria and her husband Raul, Alfonso Dosal, spend the days after her trip anxiously awaiting the results of a recent pregnancy test.
Y espérate al parto, literal. Sientes que se te parten los huesos.
When the couple finds out they are officially expecting, elation is quickly replaced by anxiety. Cribs must be bought, rooms renovated, family members paid visits. Hussera premiered at the 2022 Tribeca Film Festival, where Cervera took home the Nora Ephron Award for Best Female Filmmaker and the prize for Best New Narrative Director. These are fitting accolades for someone who, with Hussera, urgently announces herself as an artist worth watching. Missing isn't exactly a sequel to Searching, but rather another installment in what feels like a burgeoning searching cinematic universe. It features a brief reference to the mystery within the 2018 hit film during a breathless early montage, part of an amalgamation of sights and sounds that puts us on edge from the very start.
Hey, Jitterbug. There's actually a lot I want to talk with you about. Oh my God, someone's here.
The new film from the writing-directing duo of Nick Johnson and Will Merrick, based on a story by the original Searching team of Anish Chaganty and Sev Ohanian, takes the exact same approach. It pulls off the impressive narrative high-wire act, but includes a couple twists too many, eventually depleting it of much of the realism that makes it so gripping for so long. Thanks for watching our Top 10 Horror Movies video. From spine-chilling suspense to heart-pounding scares, these films have truly kept us on the edge of our seats. Whether you're a horror enthusiast or just looking for a thrilling movie night, we hope our list has provided you with some great recommendations. Remember, the darkness may fade from the screen, but the lingering fear will stay with you. Stay spooky.
Nothing to remember, okay? You were just having a bad dream.
It was not a dream. I saw it. I know what a dream is and I know what reality is. I'm not crazy.